Hello, and welcome to At Your Pace Online's course for health insurance license candidates. Before we get into the material, there are a few things that you should know regarding your licensing exam. First, each state has a specific outline that details the content you'll see on your state test. This makes it a great study tool to have at your disposal. The content outline shows you what to expect in your test, the actual items that will be tested, and their weight on the exam. They also instruct you on how to schedule your exam and more. The best place to look for these outlines would be at your state's insurance division website or through the testing provider in your state. Second, most states require that you clock a minimum number of study hours in order to receive a certificate of completion that allows you to take the test. The standard is 20 hours per line of insurance as a minimum, but most students need to put in more study time to become proficient and thereby increase their chances of passing the test. One of the more time-honored methods of checking your readiness is to ask yourself this: do I understand the who, what, when, where, why, and how of this content item? Finally, our practice exams are important to the study, as repetition of material is critical. Make sure to not only complete the practice exams, but also study the explanations attached to each of them. One thing to be aware of is that our practice questions are not the state exam questions, so don't memorize them. Use the information to assist your studies, but do not commit the questions to memory. Now, on to the material. This course will explore a number of different health insurance subjects that you can expect to see on your test. Different types of policies, policy provisions, legal concepts and requirements, taxation, and much more. We'll start out with some important definitions used in the industry, then move on to some basics of the policies covered in the course. Next up are the perils covered for loss, the policyholder's Bill of Rights, use of health insurance policies, and the principal types of covered losses. As we near the conclusion of the lesson, we'll take an initial look at individual and group contracts and government coverages. And finally, we'll study how premiums are determined, producer responsibilities, and important legislation such as the Affordable Care Act and HIPAA. So let's get going.